My heroes of the storm right now.
Okay. Do you need to put us in like a group call or something? Or I see what
No.
you're doing.
No, it's right here. Yep, and you can just maximize it and just have it there,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of follow up on whatever I'm doing here.
Okay, cool. Let me see
Yep.
here.
Okay, so we're gonna be reviewing, I guess, these 3 games.
Well, yeah, let's do this. Let's go with one and see how long it takes.
Yeah.
If it ends up being like, because I don't think I want to do more than 90 minutes. If we can keep it to 60, I think that would be great. But
Yeah.
at the end of the time, I don't want you to like cut any information short. So just do what you do. If you end up being faster, then maybe we'll try to fit in a second. And then with what time we
Yeah.
have left, we'll scrim the nights after. Does that sound like a plan, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
Cool.
All right. Right now, I'm just gonna go on the assumption that I don't know comms too well, aside from just assuming, like, what's happening because of comm.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, fast forward a little bit. Okay, so open. No.
God damn. Stun, drag. That is
Okay.
pretty. That's how you died first. I think you died right here, right?
So first thing is, okay, that W way too early. At least wait for the wave to crash.
Yeah.
Like there's no incentive for them to step up into the wave because one, you're putting your W out already. They're waiting for you to use that, for everyone else to use their wave clear before it's safe to step up. And yeah, that's just your main area.
That's a big
in.
problem for us. Like almost every game, we don't have like look at how late my rotation is because I'm trying to wait until this first minion wave is cleared.
Yeah,
instead
we'll
of
see it.
just going.
Either way, even okay. So in the case that Silver does this whole entire thing again, Robert and Panda, if you guys have a full Flame Breath on this wave, and Robert follows, and Panda follows up with one single Deckard spell, probably the Root Triangle, then it's entirely cleared. Melee minions might still survive a little bit, but otherwise everything else, range minions and mage, will be entirely cleared. So you guys won't have to step up for XP like too much, and then you can just rotate ahead. But yeah, continuing onwards. Yeah, I mean, self-explanatory. Like, your W's not there. Your E is literally just going to be bumping them, I guess. But like,
it was
there's
bad.
like 1, 2, 3 hard CCs that'll kill you before you can get your trade off. And then we have 4 from Sonya, but that's like a mini stun. All while Tychus is gunning you down.
Yep.
So yeah.
That
so
was
that's 1 stun, and 2 stuns from Uther, and then ETC overlaps that. And yeah, you just instant die before you can trade. But yeah, luckily you guys still managed to clear this wave and get the soak. So honestly, like even though May dies, XP really doesn't matter early game. As long as you can just like recuperate. So yeah. I mean there's still some minions here, but like negligible.
Should I have ignored those minions and just walk away?
At this rate, Robert's doing the right thing of rotating down. When they're all mid, I mean yeah, you can like let me see. Did you go stacking?
Yeah.
You did go stacking. You got 6 stacks. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly fine to go for stacks as long as you stay safe from the ETC.
Just max range Qs, right?
Yeah, max range Qs. Be aware of, like, flanks from here, as always. Otherwise, just wait for the wave to crash and then let them rotate. And then Robert will probably be done soaking this wave. Yeah. Also, of course, when they leave the lane, you also have to communicate, like, if they're leaving the lane or not. So Robert has, like, an advance on, hey, I should prepare for people to come down. So yeah, what you do? Yep, that's totally fine. Down. Robert's doing fine. But yeah, there was a Tychus, but you just walk away. It's whatever. Now would be a pretty good time to just kind of like put W's in the wave. Because like, why not? And then Leorc's got mid. Good. Yeah, again, just like a single W would like make them refuse to stand there. It doesn't really do damage, but like that constant slow with the threat of a May and a potential like Deckard CC combo, like they have to respect it. So you guys clear that wave. You guys
So,
didn't camp. This
real
is
quick
fine.
on just wave clear, just with this specific comp, it should just be Deckard and Deathwing clearing the wave essentially. Really,
I mean,
right?
you guys are the main wave clear. Cassie can throw like 1 or 2 Qs on the front wave, and then it's all gone
Okay, got
in
it.
like
So-
2 to 3 seconds.
So I mean, unless for whatever reason he's trying to clear by himself, he doesn't really need to do anything. Same with Silver, like he probably doesn't even need to do his Qs, right?
His Qs?
Ws.
No,
Or
he doesn't
Ws,
have
so-
to do his Qs.
Or
It's
W,
like
sorry, it's Ws I meant.
Like the way it works for the minion wave is that like if Deathwing puts his W on the minion wave, waits like 1 second, starts to Q the minion wave, and then Decker puts 1 spell on the wave,
Mhm.
only the melee minions are going to survive, but Cassie Q takes care of that, and you don't have to waste anything.
Okay.
And then Silver can just focus on using his spells to prevent the enemy from clearing our wave.
Nice.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
might be something we just have to learn with May, I think so.
I
As a
mean, either
group.
way, it's just efficient wave clearing, you know?
Okay, got
I
it.
mean, you'll get the hang of it eventually in terms of like how fast minions die to your spells, and then you can just sort of play around your rotations like that and be like, hey, we cleared this in 3 seconds. Let's focus on rotating and preventing them from rotating.
Got
Simple as
it.
that.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Camps go. Whatever. Leoric is double soaking pretty decently. Okay. They should not step up like that. Okay, so dallying in the middle of all of you guys, it's fine. Robert, just move south, and then Tychus will be inclined to follow you, but he's slowed, so he can't do anything. Dallying, he might walk backwards, but then it's into a May, Cassia, and Deckard, so really everyone's just safe here. Like, maybe they try to use CC on Silver, but like with where Boggs is, that's not going to be like much of a threat. As you can see, nothing happens. And then damage starts coming in, and then you guys chunk them. The Haka at this point does like burrow down. So in terms of like noticing like why they picked the Dahaka, they're not going to double soak, you know that. But you know they're going to try to abuse that global value. So in case like you guys don't get the pick, you should already know like by the time they start stepping up, then there's 2 things that need to be happening. First thing is like Leoric keeping a tab on where Dahaka is and just like seeing if he can keep track of if Dahaka is burrowing. That'll give your team a couple of seconds of advance to prepare for Dahaka coming in. The 4-man, just expect Dahaka to come down for an invade if they step up like that. And then Robert, I guess like I mean you put your W down there, which is fine. Yeah, no really like specific
Would there be a better
complaints.
Yeah, would there be a better zone? Because I'm always open because I'm not really sure.
I mean, in this instance, that's a fine place to zone it at.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
what happens here with Panda, let me see. I want to see this. Okay, so you guys cap that. Silver slides out because ETC doesn't have a slide. I'd say like right here because, I mean, he gets rooted either way, but another thing I could have done, I mean, Silver could have done was just body block ETC from walking up to the camp or getting out of the route. Because he already used the slide, so nothing's really going to hit him. And you can always just blind Tychus, so there's no threat to body blocking ETC there. Just
Okay.
a small thing. Yeah, and then you're just sticking to autoing because you're low energy. Tychus is hitting nobody. And this is around the moment where Dahaka burrows. And then Panda walks the wrong way. Yeah. Just focus Sonya here. But then it's like really split focus. I think this fight was like I think I was silent this for these scrims, but I knew for a fact that no one called targets this entire fight. Like there was only like I think just like one name call, but then after everyone went low, it was still silent.
Yeah, when I think about just that series, I think we name called the best on this game, and then it just got progressively worse. As far as
I mean from game 2 to 3, that might be true.
Okay.
For this game, I feel like you guys like started slowly going into the name calling thing, but it should have been just like an instinctive reaction in terms of like, hey, I'm hitting this person. I should call out who I'm hitting.
Got it.
And that's how you just do target calling.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, for me, it looked I didn't know who I was hitting. It just looked like a clusterfuck.
For you, it's just like you see someone low, and then you're like, "Hey, we should kill this person, this person, this person, this person."
Oh, I agree, but I didn't know who it was. ETC
Well,
or
just
Sonya.
say one of them. Like, you're not gonna go wrong if you choose Dahako or Sonya. Just
Sure.
get one of them. Like, it's not a matter of choosing; it's a matter of doing. We can worry about decisions and like retrospective calls later on. But what matters right now is just that you guys get into the habit of
Got it,
calling
got it.
out your targets. Doing fine here. Let me see what happens. Okay, so I mean, you died bot happens, or you died mid. Wait, what happened there? Because I know like team fight went out. Okay, so you're on the wave. Do you have Austin to use? Let me see. You did not have Austin. Yeah, you definitely underestimated that dude's damage.
Yeah, I was trying to stall out. I remember I called out for someone to cover mid, so I think
Yeah.
Stick said that he had it.
Although I will say
I wasn't
that
looking at the mini map, and I didn't like realize how far out he was.
like at this point in time, like if you just literally walk up to the dude and hit him, he dies. Like right here, if he's like dashing right here, just auto attack, Q him while you're hitting the wave, because that would have been a perfect time to get both wave clear and a slow and damage on this guy. And then you hit him with your single auto that's empowered right here. And then you W him while he's going to try to minigun you. And then he's like 100 health and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. Your W will not sustain you through attack as minigun.
Right.
Yeah. So again, it's just like, notice that like if you want to like pressure somebody as Leoric or anyone in general rather, like your auto attacks and just efficient like play here is like something to consider. Like you see here, like you auto attack, that's fine. Moment he steps into this, Q the oh wait, you don't have Q yet actually. Oh yeah, then
he just queued, I think.
yeah. Moment he walks up into you, like he's kind of just like here, just casual auto attack. He's in the middle of his Q, so he's not going to minigun you quite yet. Yeah, you probably felt a little awkward here, but even without the Q, you still could have like just hit him a little bit and punished him for like being that far up with half health. But instead, you went for the play of waiting for your Q to come up, because it might be a habit for some Leorics to like rely on their Q first before they throw out a W and get pressure that way. So I'm not sure if that applies to you as well. But
No,
it doesn't.
I honestly, I was just trying to. It's level 3. I just wanted to make sure I got the mid wave so I could get him and get the top soak. I wasn't even like, I didn't think he would try and trade into me, and he did.
I mean, here's the thing, right? It's kind of like efficient silking is a nice thing to like keep in mind, but it is also a half health Tychus that's just kind of like not paying attention to you and not respecting you. So like 1W auto attack Q, and then he'd just be like really endangered and he would have to dash out.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, moving on from this. Okay. Just zoom out. There we go. Okay. Yep, just keep hitting him. Tychus was mid, so you guys can afford to just like play really aggressive onto these guys. Then again, Sonya is also missing, but like they still don't have any range damage for them. By this point, let me check something real quick. Yeah, that is not visible through Fog of War, sadly.
We must claim them first.
It is a little bit suspicious that Sonya is just missing from the map for like a straight minute.
I don't even think we caught it. I don't think.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't.
No, we
I think
didn't
she takes
get
it
it.
like right here.
Yeah, I don't think we said anything at all.
It happens. It's not like the biggest thing to worry about, but like then you know that like, hey, Sonya was top, Dahaka was also top. So, and then you guys went for Deathwing capping this, and Leoric being over here. But what they did here was a really weird move of just having all 5 come top, and then you guys like take bot for free. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were just gonna try to take the top 2 and leave
Yeah,
the bottom. Was what I
They
think
probably
they were
just
trying to do.
they wanted to brawl,
Yeah.
but
I'd say like, oh yeah, freaking A, Robert. You could have had, I think you had like also a straight minute to just like fly up into the air and get your 40 armor back.
Oh,
Like-
is that how it works? I kind of suck at his mechanics still.
man.
Yeah,
Sadly.
look, you got 20 armor. The main wave is entirely gone. Fly, get your armor back.
Okay, I thought I only flew when I was
But-
trying to get health, so that was my
No,
bad.
the general rule of thumb there is you want to have 30 or 40 before you start a fight. Like if you got 20 and we absolutely have to fight,
You
that's
have no level
fine.
1 talent.
Yeah, but obviously, but like you want to have 30 or 40 armor before we go.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. How long does it last for? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
and
What do you mean
see those
last for?
bars? See those
Yeah.
bars? Every bar is 10 armor.
Oh, that's good to know too. All
You
right.
didn't know that?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So
Like,
like when they take out,
I
so if
literally-
it takes out. So
I
you start with 40 armor baseline. Right?
Okay,
If
okay.
it takes out the first 25% of your health, you get 30 armor.
Okay.
So it's sort of like the anti-Garrosh, right? He gets squishier as he gets less health. Unlike
Okay.
Garrosh, who gets tankier as he has less health.
No, I literally started playing Deathwing like right when you started helping us, so I really don't even know that much about him. I'm probably like,
I was gonna say, like, you did notice that when you were playing Deathwing and getting chunked, you kind of had like flashes of armor breaking. You're like, hey, why am I squishier now?
no, did not even connect
Must
the
have
dots.
been the wind.
No,
Did you
Nah.
watch the Deathwing intro video?
no. Why would I watch that?
Because
Oh my
it
god.
teaches you so much.
Why would I spend time doing that? Hey, I'm
This is
just
a question
I'm
of
just-
fundamentals.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to pretend I know something when I don't. So go ahead, continue.
Okay, so moving on from obviously you need to fly right now.
Okay.
Okay, you go top. You kind of just put 1 W there, maybe. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you just go for the planar capping.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kingo called me
so-
off on that one.
Yeah. Suspicious thing here is that they have 2 people top, so bot lane seems like it should be free. So then I assume you go with the idea that Leoric can stall left side, and then you tap right side. Now,
Yes.
no one
Yes.
is visible for some reason, except Tychus is here, and you're all here. So right now, 1 person bot should be just like
Yeah.
tapping this, and then
And-
everyone moves up.
As soon as
One-
they went up there, I think we called like I'm capping, you guys run up. I think I said
Yeah.
I'm capping.
And then right here, Robert, you should be thinking, okay, they have 5 people here. I am not going to cap this. My objective right now is to stall.
Okay. I think this is what
So
I ended
there's a
up doing.
couple ways to do this, right? So, ideally, because the best thing you could honestly do, if it were like an optimal play, is walk past the Sonya, go up top side, and then behind your wall, and then you just stall from there,
Oh,
or like
okay.
even over here.
Okay.
Just some W's and Q's.
Kind of like
Exactly.
a Ming stall or a Chromie stall type thing.
It's not even just that. Like, you do realize your W deals damage and like
Yes.
delays this, right? Yeah.
I realize it does damage.
So-
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't cap in front of a Sonya.
Okay.
That is useless. So by the time this happens, yeah, you just back off immediately, and then just like wait for your team to come. So ideally, there's a couple ways you could do this. You could, 1, back off over to here
Okay.
because you're in this situation already, so you can't walk past them.
Mm-hmm.
And put a W on the point like right here, so they cannot like cap on this side.
Okay.
Therefore, you have more room to stall from here. You see where my mouse is?
Yes.
Yeah, like this area, you can stall it if you put a W like right over here.
That makes sense. So I need to get out of the habit of trying to like stall with the E and actually use a W to stall. Okay, that makes sense. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean your E is so delayed. Like
Yeah.
it's nice and all, but your W is just like there for 6 seconds, and it's there for 6 seconds with just this much range.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So moving backwards, you like Panda's over here. Like all Panda has to do is just put down 1 W, but you kind of don't. Like, you did not need to be that much in range for that. You could have done it just like behind the wall here.
Okay.
Thankfully, they don't really punish you that much for it.
Hmm.
And they just get like blown up by that instead. So, yep, Robert caps that. You guys chase them.
I think we try to chase them.
Yeah, you try to chase them. Cassie gets in a little bit of trouble, but she's able to heal up anyways. Decent W. Probably would have focused it like a little bit more southward so it would prevent the Sonya escape.
Okay, I see that now.
Although she still gets caught by that root. Yeah, and then you cap, that's fine. And then let him soak, and then you go mid, and then these other guys go bot lane. Yep, perfect. Yep, you get the globe.
Just stacking, just stacking.
Yep. Let's auto attack these things to death. God, I think the amount of time that you just like spent without your armor was really getting to me during this game, but I couldn't say anything.
So, well, it's good to know now. It's good to know now.
Yeah. Let's see what happened here with the Leark. Kingo's going mid, nice and dandy. You see a Tychus there. His minigun is on right now, but it's off. You see ETC. You use your W instead, which is interesting. It's a little greedy, honestly. You could just like E out and then do that instead. Because now you got booped and stunned, and that's half your health gone. Well, at least current health. Alright, moving onwards. So, yep, camp. So, all fine and dandy standard stuff. King armor. Okay, here, a little bit weird. So, there were two mid. Uther's just kind of here, and you're passive soaking, fine and dandy. You did use your snowball at least, so that is like an issue, I suppose.
Yeah, I got to keep that longer
Yeah.
when there's attackers on the field.
Yeah. Like, I think at this point it should have been just like you guys acknowledging, or at least you acknowledging. No, this applies to everyone. Like, the moment they leave mid, just say Robert just needs to say, "Hey, they're rotating down. Be careful."
Okay.
And then these guys will naturally play safer away from this bush that they have no vision of because May is soaking. And then May will be like, "Okay, probably not safe to soak. I should go up and establish vision for my team by like standing around here instead." It's fine
Okay.
if you miss a little bit of soak. Like, it's not the end of the world.
I
You can definitely
actually,
know what I mean.
I actually did call out that they were rotating bottom, and
Yeah. But then Silver just kind of steps up anyways into an Uber.
Yeah,
It's like perfect way to not play into a call out.
my bad.
But yeah, at this point, yep, Silver dashes out. You do a trade onto the stun, which is fine. I probably would have held that trade a little longer personally, just to get a little bit more healing. Doesn't
Okay.
really matter too much. Bandit
Yeah,
comes in
It's
for
the bigger they are, right? Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's bigger. Oh no, it's in the rhythm for this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a toss-up. Honestly, bigger they are would have been better this game with the amount of like CC they had. Although
Like,
it's
but the
you could also
double
make an argument.
blinds. Yeah, double blinds.
Double blinds and the fact that there's both a Deathwing, Leorc, and May, and you might need that minigun for like a longer duration in retrospect. Either way, like they both work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then W, E out, perfect. And then you guys just need to push this in.
Yeah, I think this is what we did as soon as we saw them.
Like, Leoric's already going to double soak, so you don't have to worry about going mid. Yep, May's getting the rotation at least. Although, I feel like, let's see, is there a better way to play this from May's perspective? So, okay.
Did she get into the bush?
Okay. Like, at this moment,
Probably should have saved my abilities.
I think by
Okay,
the
there-
time she gets into the bush, ETC's there, right?
right now,
Okay,
No.
Bush, ETC.
But he's right there, yeah.
he is right there. But in terms of what Silver can do right now, there's not too much. Like, he gets slid, and then he gets speared by a Sonya from Fog of War. So that's a lot of tanking from like all of that. Cassia, you also should have noticed that there were like 3 people here, and Robert as well, I suppose. Like, let's see what's happening down in the foreman real quick. I mean, you clear the wave here. There's pings. Perfect. Yeah, you just clear that. I think the other thing that could be like done here is that instead of Mei being here, like Deathwing instead can just put a single, and I do mean literally single W in this bush,
Okay.
and then that's pretty much just as much zoning as if Silver were there.
Okay. That's easily done.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't know how well Mei zones really. Like, does she zone? I mean, does she do vision well? Because she can't really.
Her
She
She
Yep.
doesn't do vision that well. I mean, the
Yeah.
only good thing about her is that one, she's a safe tank, but otherwise, like, she doesn't have any like immediate responses.
Yeah.
Like
I
her
was just
main
thinking
mobility
about
is interruptible. Her W, it takes a long time. Her Q is a blind. Like in theory, like she does have good tools. It's just about like how she kind of like uses it all in the spur of the moment. Because right now it's like,
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
that might just be something we need to adjust to.
So W the bush.
yeah. Let's see.
Do I get out here? I think I do.
Okay, so
I don't
mini
remember.
map, you see ETC there. Silver should be yelling like help or something, I think.
Or back
So
or something.
like if you step up into this wave, bad move. You're still stepping up into this wave and into an Uther. Not sure why. Like you could just go around here instead
Yeah,
and be
below
in a much better spot.
below the buildings or something.
Yeah. Well, not even below the buildings. Just like literally, if you move like I don't really get it. Like, just don't go into turret range. These things will go in on their own. There's nothing blocking them. Like around here is like where they go for a charge. You just leave them there. Uther is your biggest enemy that you should try to kite away from. Deathwing is your biggest ally in terms of who can body block an Uther. So natural movement should be go left. Or
Now, I'm
right,
wondering-
right.
I can't remember what I was thinking here, but
Yeah.
then I might have noticed 3 of their real threats up top,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, maybe I can kill or at least body this Uther until I don't know.
I mean, you'll body an Uther, but you're not going to kill him. It's an Uther.
No, but then like if I keep him from like getting into like a silver range, into Silver's range, maybe like it'll help.
Robear's here for that, not you.
That's true.
So because of that, they're able to just like hit you. But they did use their stuff on Silver.
Yeah, he got slid and stunned.
So at the very least, there is like a decent like, not counter engage, but just like a peel back. Otherwise, like if they just walk past Silver and then onto you instead, you'd be dead. Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they save their
Uh,
abilities.
Robear gets hit a little bit. Happens. God, seriously, get your freaking
Yeah.
armor. Okay.
I never noticed. I never noticed that he did that.
Fucking A. Okay. All right. If it's not Robear's job, one of you guys just look at Robear's armor bar. Tell him to Z when he has time. Okay. Just
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do
Absolutely.
it, guys. I'll do it. I just didn't know. My bad.
cool. Okay. Also, you guys are talking about stalling so that Lior can get there in time. Like, when you fountain tap, just C. Just press C. Like, you're healing up. That should be like, oh, I'm fountaining? I probably have to Z if I'm missing this much health. That's an easy indicator.
Okay.
But yeah, again, you guys did not use Deathwing's stalling capability that much this game until, like, later on.
Late, yeah.
So here, like, sure, you can wave clear this, but, like,
Yeah, but we don't need you to
like-
wave clear.
exactly. Like, Robert, you should be putting a W, like, right here, so they can only approach from underneath.
Got it.
And then Silver throws out his W way too early, because they're not stepping up, they're just getting into position. You
Yeah.
save that. You save it.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't-
Robert is stepping up for no reason. You're a mage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Like,
I learned that later. That was my bad. Yeah,
okay, and then
because when you talked to
go
me about
back,
positioning
that's
last
good.
time.
I think you just kind of like realize, oh yeah, I should not go where Tychus is. Just
Okay.
just yeah. And then like these guys should kind of like notice that, hey, we have people who can stall it pretty damn well, and they have like a bunch of melees that need to walk through a Deathwing. Just wait for them to like make a misstep, rather than like going in. Because Silver, you don't have your W. What are you gonna do to these guys by walking up?
Yeah,
Repeat of mid. That aside, If you had your W here, they would be a lot more caught out.
Yeah, that big root on top of a W, a lot of
Yeah.
people would be dead.
Yep. Luckily, there was the stun at the very end there. Either way.
I did get the root on him through him at least.
Yeah, and you did
So-
somehow live, which is honestly kind of impressive. Obviously, we have Robert coming with the Cataclysm. You're definitely not used to it yet, but
No.
keep in mind that if you're using it to chase, use it to cut off their source of escape, not where they are currently.
Got it.
That thing
Makes
has like a
sense.
3-second cast time.
Okay.
4 if you count the distance.
Okay. Yeah, his windup, I'm still not used to it.
Yeah.
they're
Also,
gone.
yeah, everyone should just be kind of like hitting Sonya here. Robert capping, that's fine. Yep, that's a slow. Just okay. Also,
Is he-
don't clump for Sonya spins. Like Deckard, you're not going to put any damage on Sonya. Just back away from him. Silver, you put slows on him too, but you can also back away. Like you have ranged auto attacks.
Okay.
And Cassia, do your thing. So yeah, Sonya dies. Fine.
Back to soak.
Moving on. Unless you have questions.
I don't know how we survived that fight.
Me neither. Honestly, we can just look at what happened again. May as well, right? Okay, so this is afterwards. So. Cue the minion wave. Bad habit, just don't queue it. You have like 2 people with amazing wave clear.
Okay.
W goes out. A bit premature again. Like, could just be handled by Robert W instead.
I really
Just
thought they
as
were
much.
pushing. I thought they were all pushing forward.
And E kind of Monka, but what happens? Like in this case, it's fine for you to just like play back for your cooldowns, but
I
then
don't know
you,
why I W'd here.
and then you kind of just like autoing for like some reason. I guess it's just like, hey, I'll get damage. Like I guess,
Yeah, it's yeah, bad.
but like
Okay, that's
you,
right.
you don't really have anything aside from the trait right now.
Yep.
Let me just double check that. Yeah, you have nothing from trait in the queue. Okay.
Okay, right there.
Luckily,
Because
you
I got
get-
slid. Was
Yeah.
my positioning wrong in any way?
Oh, for you sticks?
Yeah, because I felt like
Um,
I'm trying to stay behind Sticks or behind Silver and Q. Should I have
Yeah.
been somewhere else?
Ideally, I'd say like, hold on, let's just like look at things in the hidden. So, neutral vision, like, assuming there's someone in this bush, like Uther should not be like showing too well. So in this case, yeah, just move upwards. Yep, just Q over here. It's fine. Like here, I would have like suggested that you move like a little up, but it really depends a little bit. No, actually, no. You just move up because like the way that ETC was approaching this fight, he
Don't
was
let him
coming
slide both of
from
us.
north side.
Yeah,
like,
don't let him
again,
slide both of us.
Again, if there was a W here, ETC would not go south. I mean, would not go this way. So yeah, he's approaching from north. So you and Silver are like in different positions here. So naturally, if he wants to slide Silver and not you, then he'll just slide this way. Because it's a lot easier to CC chain Silver right now compared to you. But you are still in a pretty bad spot, personally speaking. Because you can't just expect your tank to just like bear everything because he's like the target there. You're kind of close enough for ETC to just slide you, knock you back, and then have everyone else like follow up. But that does give Silver a bit of time to get his AoE like denial dive abilities on. However, not every team is just like a bunch of melee enemies like this team. So respecting the ETC positioning a little bit more by like going over here, for instance, because like the moment you see that ETC, like you think about people that can jump on you, right? Like there's Sonya, ETC, maybe Dahaka, but he's borrowed from bot push, and Uther if he walks up. So on this moment, just kind of walk back, but you walked down instead, and then you do get caught by that stun. And they went for Silver instead. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Silver is almost dead, but he manages to press straight in the nick of time because everyone got stunned by that lucky Deathwing Earthbreaker.
No, I only think Tychus got stunned. I'm
Yeah.
looking
Well,
at it.
Either
Looking-
way,
That's enough. It's enough.
It was enough.
yeah, it was enough, thankfully. Good lord. Yeah, and then Q comes in.
Then I hit him all with healing reduction too.
Q come
Yeah.
in, everyone dies.
Yeah, so they couldn't
Much.
heal for shit because of that.
And weird ults, but happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was just because of that one E. Otherwise, dead May.
Yep.
Would have been
Every
a
time.
lot different.
Yeah, on this one, I went for the healing reduction just because I knew ETC and Sonya self-heal, so I wanted to try and mitigate that a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, healing reduction is pretty standard. Other option you could possibly go would be damage reduction at 7, but against their team, it's a little... It's kind of effective against the Sonya, not as effective against Tychus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and then Robert's body blocking Uther. That's honestly like a good thing to keep in mind in terms of like what Uther's looking for, because Uther cannot do anything to a Deathwing. Without a Tychus here, then like you just focus on body blocking Uther and making his life a living hell as he tries to step up first on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I was just watching Tychus to see if he was gonna do his trait.
Yeah, and then you would blind that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Although just make sure you don't like step up into the Uther just to do that, because like Robert at the very least can just walk away from a Tychus. And that's like a lot of the damage just like not there from the Tychus. Like last time Robert was caught by the Tychus at mid lane, he took like 20% of his health, but an armor bar wasn't even broken, so you could just heal that up with Molten Blood.
Armor bar wasn't even there.
Well, it was like pretty early game. It was early game. It was actually when Robert had an armor bar here. Indecisive gets stunned. He should die. Keeping that Q up, not a bad move, but like, yeah.
Well, yeah, it kept Tychus from trying to at least finish Silver. I think that was a...
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to
blocked
use
up
it as
his
zoning. That's what I was doing there.
Yeah.
And I'm backing, I think. Yeah, I should be backing.
So how are we doing
Yeah,
on
you're
time? 45 minutes in.
45. Oh god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Holy
we-
crap.
We cover,
Alright, moving
cover a
on.
lot.
Okay, we're just gonna go through this lifetime.
Double speed. Alright.
All right.
Okay, they're clearing mid. Leoric. Actually, wait, what prevented Leoric from doing this? I mean, there's no wave top, so Leo, you should have stayed mid. Like, they are coming up, but you didn't know at the time, so you kind of did like a little bit of like dancing between these lanes.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like just even waiting for them to like push this in would have been like a good idea. And then you would go mid, but now no one's here to soak mid. I think someone has to like go up from the 4-man possibly,
Does Silver do
and
it?
then that kind of makes
I,
sense.
I don't think we get it. I don't think we get it.
Yeah, you don't. And then Silver gets caught out here. Let's see how this happens, because I missed that. So Silver's looking... Honestly, this play is fine when you're just like trying to see where the enemy's rotating. Like, just standing still here, so you don't make like too much unnecessary movement. Like, right here, probably like the best spot for you. Just encompasses like everything from here to here to here. And then you have a wall kind of blocking the way. Fine. Can I get this? Yeah, moving up into that is a little dangerous. Then you should back off. But throwing a Q here is incredibly greedy. You can just mount away. And then you get slid, chained, Uther stunned. Good sleep on Panda's part.
Wow, that is a good sleep. Holy shit.
And then
Silver
everyone
hit.
focuses ETC here. Silver, unfortunate ult. Although it does hit Tychus, but doesn't really matter too much at this point. You also missed the potion.
Alright, one
Leap
for one.
for some reason. Honestly, you guys still like do pretty well in this fight. Yeah, as long as Styx is still hitting Magic Master. Panda again, no melee. That is a goal. That is a divine shielded Dahaka.
I don't think Silver or Kingo makes it.
Yeah, it probably doesn't. Like at this rate, it's like you're getting low enough. Dahaka's here. Like he is kind of a target. He burrows and gets like most of his health back. In terms of like getting an entomb here, if it had the Tychus here too, might have been a pretty good entomb. Otherwise, it was just Sonya and you being low health, not so much. And then Robert tries to go for a Q here, but then I think later on this game you said that you forgot how to cancel Q.
Shit. We can
So
cancel
you
Q.
take like a bunch of damage while you're
No,
just
no.
trying to walk backwards.
I think it was the flight. He messed up canceling the... I think
Yeah.
he said he DC'd for a second, and
Oh no, that was later on in the game, I know. But when it comes to
Okay.
like standing in the middle of 4 enemies and still like breathing fire, it's kind of
So I can cancel Q then?
You can.
Yeah, you can.
That's
wait.
good to know. Okay.
You didn't know that?
No, didn't know that. Like I told you, like it literally just like picked him up again after.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was he was level 5 and that was it. And I was like, all right, sure, I'll do Deathwing.
It is a common thing, and no one has to be ashamed of it, that you can W, or not W, like when you press Flame Breath, and it's not a good position for you to do so because they might be walking out of the way of it, just cancel it.
Okay.
Just cancel it and then
Q.
walk backwards.
Cool.
0.
Oh, you canceled it there.
Oh, did I? Okay.
He canceled
Yeah.
it there, but he was like a second and a half late. That could have saved him if he actually canceled it in time.
Can I
Would've been right
cancel
behind
Can I cancel the Cataclysm too?
No,
Okay.
you can't cancel Cataclysm. You cannot cancel your Z.
Okay.
You can cancel your Q.
Okay. Got it.
It is a channeled ability, at least. That is just a spell, rather than a global or an ult that has like a huge indicator.
Do not disappoint me.
Leo gets caught. I mean, not Leo. Cassia gets caught. Wait, what?
Uther's son?
Yeah, it was just running and versus them catching us. I was running north.
Yeah. I mean, running north isn't necessarily a bad thing here because you guys are focusing him.
And then I
But-
went back down. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you just walk upwards. Like going here is a little awkward because you're putting yourself against the wall here.
So just go straight north. That would have been better retreat.
If possible.
Yeah.
Bold attempt to cap
And-
there, but honestly, I would have done the same if possible.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason they forget it for like an extra second, and we get lucky. But yeah, no, we didn't even try to defend that. Of course not.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but you guys are only even in shots at least, so not the worst thing to happen. They're taking camp. Your camp is already taken from before because they're a little slow in theirs. Although you guys do have more progress on their fort, so you have the advantage here. And XP. And then Kango, you should have been just rotating top. Forget about the Uth. You're never gonna kill him. Okay? Like, boom. Huge wave, so much stuff. Forget that.
Well, it's nice. I don't know if you do it, but how I look at the map is I see that giant blue wave and our little red one. I'm like, they're gonna miss that soak, like kind of like almost like freezing the lane, right?
I mean, they are going to miss the soak, but what matters is that you're just like making it efficient for you to catch the lanes. And so,
Okay.
because Tahaka here, he was taking camp, he backed, he was going to miss that soak anyways. And then what happened spot? Oh gosh, okay, that's something else.
Yeah, I think it was a leap stun.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 4 people here. And then you guys want to defend that. So Robert puts a W in the minion wave, right?
Probably not. Because I don't know. I'm not incorporating W as a primary thing, so my bad.
You're a mage. Got it?
I will
W
remember.
is a good
yes.
ability.
Yes.
It
Don't
zones.
Yes.
Don't auto attack.
Ooh. And then cancel Q here. Like, again, like you're queuing indecisive here, but you're not queuing the main targets here.
Okay.
Like, you have to queue here because otherwise they don't stand in the fire and they get to hit Cassia for free. You queue downwards, or even if you like don't get to queue and you just cancel it entirely and wait for the cooldown, you get to put a W and an E and just interrupt the Sonya and Tychus blowing up the Cassia.
Okay.
So what was it? Spear, leap, and just the Tychus.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, there's not like once you're CC'd as a Cassia, you're basically as squishy as any other DPS.
Yeah.
There was a good breath here, but then by this point you just kind of walk backwards. Nothing really matters here. Like, sure, you lose some armor, but now you just have to like Z, and then you... Yep, perfect.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the other thing you could have done when they were all top, getting that shrine, was Deathwing alive at the time? Actually no, he wasn't.
Yeah, flight and delay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if May or... Yeah, if May got like a delay on with the W here, maybe. But depending on how safe you can play against the Haku who gets tongue you, it's whatever.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
once, I can't remember when, right? We told Bear to fly up, and he
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of closed him in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I've done
Like,
that
no,
too.
no, no. Just too late.
Give her
Too
fly.
late.
Oh man.
Good time.
Yeah,
Good
if
I
we're
know,
gonna
right?
like, if we're gonna like, just differentiate them, don't refer to flying upwards as like flying. Just say Z.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Good point. Good point.
I don't think I made that mistake again. Though.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'll say if you're full energy there, I think Uther would have died.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to stay there in the first place. And Uther still
Yeah.
has D shield, so like, no. Like you would have blown D shield cooldown, which actually is pretty good,
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say.
you also might have died for it. And may also still have to ult either way. So you won't have ult for this team fight, and they wouldn't have D shield, but you also might be dead. So it's like,
All right, so this is an even fight. I think this is
Yeah.
where we say fly up.
yeah. And actually, where is Deathwing? He's already.
Oh, did I get jumped on? Yeah, I did.
Oh,
No
wait,
leap.
Deathwing was in Z, right? Yeah, I think he's not visible here. He's Z.
Yep.
So in general, everyone, and I do mean everyone, play bot side. Let Deathwing stall mid, and then you guys play bot side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah.
Like
course.
the maximum amount of time that Deathwing can stall a point, if there's only one person capping, is about at least half a minute. So
Okay.
at this rate, like if fight's already breaking out, stalling doesn't matter. You just land.
Okay.
You land in the middle of them, but honestly, not the worst decision because Tyke's already minigunned. So maybe you're just 400 IQ.
No, no.
Uh,
I keep thinking I'm a bruiser, not a mage. That's what's going on this whole 3 games.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm not gonna even pretend.
Yep. Freaking weird ass
That's
bug.
some good damage.
Hold on. There we go. Damn, Styx just got bumped by that. And then again, Robert just
Cancel the Q. Got it.
cancel the Q.
They
And
don't
then
have Uther.
Queuing in melee range is like a really like prevailing habit for you. Which is
Oh, yeah.
kinda-
Well, because remember, like before this match, I'm thinking I'm a bruiser the whole time. So that's
Mage Wing is the build.
Yeah, well,
Mage Wing is the
I'm telling you,
playstyle.
you're gonna see the same thing over and over. I can guarantee it.
Well, I hope something changes within these scrims in the next
Me too. Me too.
It
4
will.
minutes.
It
Jesus.
definitely will. Definitely will.
All right. At
And
least
I'll-
this kind of speeds up my coaching style.
Since half of
but
it's
yeah.
me anyway.
But yeah, if Robert just like steps up and puts a W there,
Should we have even tried to?
gosh.
Oh, yeah, this is where we say fly, and he was kind of.
Yeah.
yeah. In terms of like time you had to fly here, like okay, let's say they're fighting. At this moment, okay, let's assume you don't know how to cancel this, and then you back up. So you back up entirely. 4, 3, 2,
Does he have
1,
flight? Does he have
2.
flight?
I don't
Because
remember.
I know he dropped for that fight.
He does not have flight yet. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
All right. We'll
Yeah.
give him that. We'll give him that.
Wait, but let's see if
Either
it's
way.
up for Cataclysm.
Cataclysm is up, but C is down, which
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Robert, yeah, you just kind of like, all right, that's an Odin, it's whatever, and it kind of falls apart. I'd say like right here again, W. They cannot cap the
Okay.
point within
Makes
this
sense.
area,
Kind of
so
zones
they
him
have
out
to go
there
on the
too.
upper side.
Yeah.
Should they still be trying to delay? I mean, they don't have a healer, and we do. But then again, Bear can't be healed, and Leo is not going to kill anybody, right?
What's the threat though? Like Robert has a W that lingers for 6 seconds, and it's just a Dahaka hitting him.
Man, I'd be worried about the. If I were them, I would just try to body block as ETC and just melt them with Tychus.
I mean, yeah, sure, that is an option. In this moment, Kingo's just trying to be like preventing Tychus from stepping up to Deathwing. Deathwing should try to be like putting a W down or putting an E to stall. And then Panda, you just kind of wait back a little bit because you already put your abilities down.
Yeah.
Yep, I did that, guys. I did that.
Oh, I mean, you got away from the Tychus, so that's a win.
Sure.
Sure.
That's not what I was thinking, though. I was just trying to stall.
And then you fear, and then you have trouble walking out because they're body blocking you. If the Haka stood still and ETC stood still, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
But they let you go through. So remember to thank this team the next time you see them in scrims. Silver has W. It's like, yeah, I'll save you. Just thank me later. Oh yeah. Canceling Q, why it's also important. Abuse the fuck out of this 13 talent. After using Molten Flame, 15 more energy over 3 seconds. That's like 50% more energy regen for you, basically.
Okay.
So you use this. That means you just get like constant Qs, like without any downtime whatsoever, even if it has like an initial cost.
Okay.
So
So once I get to 13, use Q more often.
Well, I mean, use Q more often, but also use it more in bursts.
Like Q drop, Q drop, Q drop.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like you can Q for like a second, unless you're doing it to like clear a minion wave or get a kill.
Okay.
But otherwise, you just kind of like Q, drop,
Okay.
or a little bit longer, like Q, drop.
Okay.
But either way,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it
did
would
know how to
zone
cancel your
them.
Q here.
It would definitely zone them because 4
Yeah.
melee aren't gonna want to go anywhere near your flame breath.
Okay.
Yeah. Like just in general, it's just like it doesn't have to be up all the time for you to zone them. Like it's not just a zoning tool. Remember that it's a punish tool as well. When they're all diving on one target, like the Cassia, like down here, canceling that Q and just redirecting it towards this fray is just like a great thing to do as well.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Sorry. While I'm thinking about it, so just so you understand, Bear. Right now, since you have like 90% of your health, or
Fly.
I should say more than 75% of your health, if you Z up and then immediately Z down, you'll have those 4 armor bars.
Got
The
it.
armor comes back based on how much health you have when you land.
This is such an uncomfortable thing to see.
Well,
like-
it is after I know that it's there. Yeah.
Yeah, but like a single armor bar and you're already full health.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
okay.
amount of time it takes to sort of realize that you have 10 armor as a full health Deathwing, something should be going off in terms of sirens.
Actually, Kingo, that was good to make note because I thought the way it was explained earlier is I thought it was on a timer. Like I didn't know I had 40 indefinitely past a certain health.
No,
So that's good
No.
to know. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
We didn't kill Tychus here, did we? I didn't mean
Well,
Tychus. We didn't kill
Uther?
him.
I think he got
Okay.
away. He got away. He got out
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah, they melted the wall.
We didn't focus target, I think.
Oh, we got him.
Oh, never mind. My
Got
bad.
him.
I thought he got away.
We
And then King goes on bogs, that's fine. Kill him with the range.
got, and of course we all were screaming ETC, but
And
that one's
then-
obvious.
Yep.
All right, does he get away?
I think he does.
Oh, yeah, he gets away.
No,
No.
he doesn't.
Yeah.
All right. So I
We
think we
can't
tell you
do
to.
something's right.
And then
We
Deathwing
definitely
stays
tell you
flat,
to
everyone
fly
goes
now.
flat. Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah,
you could
we
do
tell
that
you
too.
to fly, and then I cap bot and everyone else run. That was the
I
call
feel like
here.
the alternative thing you could do is just have like this be more efficient, right? Deathwing, stay bot and cap this.
Mhm.
Leoric, you have the safety against a Sonya and a Dahaka to just
Yeah.
walk up to them and stall them a little bit and pressure them off of this while these guys move up. All you have
Yeah.
to do is just do it once.
no, I know we called for
Yeah.
to go to for one, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess the Deathwing was the most obvious for.
Yeah, it's like
me
if you have a
thinking it
global,
right away.
just use your global to cap this and then regroup. Anyone can stall this, especially if you have numbers advantage, like 5v2.
But one of my things I definitely thought about was because I have instant mount. I was just like, it's not going to be a problem for me to get up there.
I mean, sure, but that saves like 1 or 2 seconds when Deathwing can
Yeah.
also just literally have a global. Walks in. You didn't have Entomb at this. Oh, you do have
We
Entomb.
did, but we
Yep.
don't have the Deathwing to do the damage.
Yeah. You don't have the Cassia to do damage either.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, by the time again, like for Robert, like when your team is already like stepped onto these points and they're fighting,
Mhm.
land right now
Got it.
because
Okay.
there's no point in just like staying in fight
Air
form
form.
when you can just land down.
And you're
do your
full
thing.
health. Yeah.
Okay. Makes
Alright.
sense.
Yeah, if you landed right now, you would have been able to follow up on the Sonya kill here.
I'm looking
My-
at this. looking at the design of the map, should we be more aggressive going against their cap because Deathwing's Flame breath
I'll be
covers
right
like
back.
all of that area
Are you talking about in this instance or in general?
in general? Because
No.
it's no. Okay.
Because like here's the thing, right? Like regardless of whatever comp they have, unless it's like ridiculously weak in team fights, and you guys have a busted comp like Imperious Cassia double support, like no, not really. Like
Okay.
stalling their objective is like whatever. Like if you get equal objective value here and you get bot value instead, that's infinitely better than just stalling for one objective and trying to cap it. And maybe you win, maybe you lose. Either way, it's literally on their side of the map, not yours. You guys have more flanks to like worry about in case like someone's like stepping up here, and then your backline's over here, but then they have to deal with like another like flank or soul lane or whatever. With the Deathwing, it does make the question as to like, hey, how can we really like abuse the Deathwing so we can like get the 4-man value here? I mean, again, it's just a general rule of thumb. It's like you don't unless you know you can pick somebody off and maybe just like pressure them out more. Because theoretically, if you do get the pick and you have the Deathwing, like before when these guys are like down, then optimal way to zone them out is they're going to be mostly over here. Deathwing puts one single W over here. That's already incentive for them not to step up because they'll get slowed, they'll get stunned.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. Dahaka gets stunned, he dies.
So really at that point, they have to decide if they want to go through the W or if they go through that little crappy thing at the bottom, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like, again, you're still in the bruiser mentality here, so just like walk out of it.
Yeah, I play Chromie, but I didn't think his mechanic for the W worked similarly.
What do we do here?
I know it was mentioned before. I think you got
Oh, yeah.
TTC there.
I know mentally I was telling myself go above the house, but I think I clicked the house and I ended up below it.
That was brought up in the conversation either.
Yeah, because I know I told myself because I saw the mid. I'm like, go above the house, and then
Are we
I
still
just...
good to review this, by the way, or?
They're ready whenever we are, so they're just kind of hanging out right now.
Okay.
I feel like they could be here too if they wanted.
Yeah, I invited. Well, I told Howland about it, so.
Okay. Either way, Cassia dead, misplay sometimes happens. Yeah. So, in this instance, it would just be like Deathwing could have queued the wave and gotten it. Otherwise, it's whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Neutral. There's a huge wave bottom. I think the thing you could do here is
push bot.
Deathwing. Nope.
Oh.
You go here. You put a W right here, and just leave it there.
Oh. Okay.
So they can't catch that wave, and it does a little
Exactly.
damage.
And
like
also
they would have had
interrupt rotations to make it slower.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Like if Sonya wasn't there to like catch this wave, I think that would have been like a good like
10%.
chunk of this, like 10-15%.
Okay.
Like small things, but like that's the point of like stalling these rotations.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
depending if you stay there to stall it, then you honestly could have just prevented her from like walking in there entirely, while Tychus has to like also walk through the slow zone and try to pressure you so Sonya could just get through. Like you have a stun, you got flame breath.
Yeah.
So honestly, like full potential of this wave, probably like a third to half of this current health bar.
Okay.
Through zoning. Of course, it doesn't mean you step up into them. No. Your W exists for a reason. That's your zoning.
Okay.
Of course, there's always the like body blocking the Uther and some other people, like I mentioned before. But that is like one of the only times where your bruiser mentality can come into play. Otherwise, you're a mage that's just like a bruiser in case you need to. Like if you have to fear somebody, if you have to body block someone from walking up to your team, if you have to get through a choke point because you're unstoppable, like against a Junkrat, for instance, those are all like viable opportunities to say, hey, I can step up and pretend I'm a tank or a bruiser. Okay, moving onwards. Okay, so far our current rate is every 7 minutes I spend half an hour reviewing it.
It's good to know. We'll get better as time goes on.
Yeah. So I think in this one, as soon as ETC died, or no, Leo died, we were just like, let's go on them.
Yeah, honestly, that's not the worst call. They still do have the Dahaka, so you have to consider that. Silver seems to be a little bit unprepared for this call, so does Panda, but it happens. And then, okay, so you get the slide. you get the anti-heal on the Sonya, so Sonya should be the one being called out here. Yep, you're hitting Sonya. She leaps out. Honestly, not a bad move. And then you just kind of like walk backwards from here. Yep, honestly, not bad. Happens. And right now, I think this is where he DCs.
Yeah, yeah, around here. Yeah, it was
Around
weird.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really lame.
I don't.
No, it wasn't.
You just press Z.
Right.
That's all it was.
And then they capped it. Okay, so yeah.
Maybe it
in this
wasn't
higher.
instance-
Yeah, it was later on because I had to stay a while. I think.
Yeah, let's consider like what to do in this situation. Leoric's down. You guys are taking a little bit of damage here and there. You got to heal up and somehow stall this. Wonder if there's something that can do that.
Oh.
Fly.
W.
Z.
Z.
Yeah,
Oh,
Z.
Z.
You don't say fly anymore.
Yep. So even if Robert doesn't Z here, he could still put down a W, and that would make it easier for both May and Cassia to stall from this side. Or if even like Robert doesn't put like a W onto the point, you can still put it like around here somewhere, and that would limit their ways of like advancing onto your team as well. A lot of uses for it.
Just keep my distance, throw some Qs. I don't think I hit him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't think you used W once this fight, did you?
No, I suck. I wasn't using W at all. It wasn't in my first thought to do. It's definitely gonna change, that's for sure.
Now it's there after Tychus dies, but then Uther gets to get this for free. Panda, do you have any abilities right now? Not necessarily, because you already used it to help everyone else. Where's Silver? Silver, that depends. Like, when this whole fight's going on, or, hold on. There you go. Okay, so your south side, there is a Tychus here, so you put your stuff on him, I guess. And okay, that's fine. And then I feel like someone at some point should have been calling out like how the Uther is just like channeling here, because someone has to like do something about this, right?
I think we were calling kill targets, and that's
Yeah,
what
you're calling
happened.
kill targets, but always just make sure to like keep your overall objective in mind. Getting a pick is good, although you could honestly argue for this both ways. Like,
I
one,
would
it's good to have
say-
someone stalling. On the other hand,
Definitely.
it's also good to have someone killing Tychus. Ideally, it would be good to have both things being done.
I think that pick eventually, well, that definitely got us the tower.
Yeah, of course. Like, you get Sonya, you get the Uther. Like, I don't see how you don't get the tower at this rate.
Okay. Once
Yeah.
they were gone, let's just go.
All right, moving on. Okay, you guys are 20. So abusing your 20 advantage. Looking at the timers, this camp's almost up. This camp is almost up. So really, it should just be Deathwing defending bot lane, and then everyone else just like roaming to get these camps.
Okay.
Like, an enemy team having to siege against Deathwing with a minion wave is just not going to have a good time against
Especially
For
if it's Tychus.
Yeah, like Tychus. I mean, hold on. I might have phrased that wrong. What I meant to say is specifically, a team that wants to siege against a structure will not have a good time sieging when Deathwing is defending and putting out all the zone denial. So yeah, at this point, like, you guys ignore them. You guys have 20. Just move to take this camp. Like, just go rendezvous upwards, or even like just like go over here. Like, if Deathwing puts a W here, then you're pretty much safe. So yeah, this goes on for like 20, 30 seconds.
What is this?
Because you guys move up. Like, at this time, like, if you guys like did the efficient thing of taking 2 camps here, they might have honestly had to give this tower.
Yeah, this is a similar play to what happened at the end of the game too.
Yeah, and that play again, I explained it at the end of the game in terms of what could have been done there, so you probably understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have 3 capping. Naturally, in this instance, you should have gone for the Tychus, not because he was also like channeling, but or like close to channeling compared to Uther, but just because your team is in a better spot to deny the Uther from getting the cap
Yeah, that makes
versus
sense.
being able to deny the Tychus.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Did we delay it? Yeah.
That's just a small thing to keep track of, though.
Those small things matter for sure. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And the meteor can stop 2 people, I believe.
If you position it right, yes. They were pretty spread out, though, but again, I'm not really like nitpicking that.
Do we
And
get
then
it?
you land finally. You get a nice entomb, and then Robert, like you have the choice between queuing here and Wing the Tychus to
I
stall him.
don't think he has it up.
I
remember there's
I
a
wouldn't have thought
delay?
to use
There
it
is
anyway.
the landing delay, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He just landed. It's like a 3-second
like
delay.
he landed right around here. 3, 2, 1, 0, and then spells up. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So I was.
I think I tried to get him with my Q. Yeah, I think a lot of and I missed him with my Q. God damn it.
I mean, you got it onto Uther, and then you kept on queuing. I was like, dude, there's someone behind you.
Yeah. So I'm not canceling.
Yeah. And then you just go for Dahaka again with Infinite Lightning Ball. Yep,
I
and
know,
then you do
like I
boss.
like Infinite Lightning Ball into their comp, but then with so much armor with the.
Oh,
he-
yeah.
He, didn't get Block Party. How do you?
No, he
not
didn't get Block Party, but consider the fact that Sonya gets armor from 20. ETC has baseline armor.
Yeah.
Tychus has armor on Odin. Dahaka, well,
Doesn't have, but
he could have
Uther.
taken the armor at 16. Uther,
Uther's armor,
it's
yeah.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been a good talent to take. Either way, Lightning Ball can get value here for sure. It's just kind of like how you use it, I suppose, because you did go Q-boat this game at least. So there was like a little bit less incentive to go for the auto attack talent.
Yeah, I went Q because of Uther. I figured.
Yeah.
I
Also
can help
because
him out.
yeah. Also another thing, because like they did have like 3 dead, I think optimally like
Yeah.
Leoric could be like doing this with other people too. And then like Deathwing should be on the way to like not do the boss. Like it's gonna be 4v3 if Deathwing goes bot lane and takes care of that. And then yeah, then they can't like make the move on bot and just like take this for free. They won't dive under fort with a Sonya and a Tychus without an Uther. Yeah, so this happens. Yeah, in terms of like keeping track of where they are. Yeah, Uther's pretty much deadish. And you guys get this kill. At this rate, you see Tychus bot. Someone should go there. Deathwing. Boom.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
likely Deathwing.
Even if you walk down there, like that's kind of what you need to do.
Okay.
To just kind of like keeping track of like how fast you can get down here. To do okay, it would be half health, but either way, it's still possible to get like a WE on them and
Okay.
prevent them from like doing too much. And then next wave would come, they would have to wait for that because there's Deathwing in the way.
Do we get it back right away because of double camp?
You do. Although again, double camp right now is just like this is like the
Oh, we
well,
did.
it's a single camp. They took that.
Yeah. What did Uther go? 20. Okay, he went super shield.
Yeah, he went super shields. And then ETC went for blink. Yeah, I think you guys just had this in the bag. But now Robert just queue the fort.
Yeah, no, I'm calling for Bear to
Yeah,
queue the fort the whole
fucking-
time.
I heard that too. Oh
Go
god.
melee. I think he melee Qs, right?
Oh man. At this rate, I think we're gonna take another half hour. So yeah, we're just gonna like go through this fast. You get stunned. Don't get stunned. Panda goes for a really odd sleep, but also consider the fact that Dahaka at this point could have just like not sure if he took note of like Dahaka's cooldowns here, but he probably had the option to just like raw Q you. Let's see. So he uses Q on Leoric at least.
Yeah.
So no, he didn't. Although,
Okay, I
No.
thought he had used burrow already, but I guess he hadn't. Oh, he did, yeah. So I heard
Yeah.
him burrow in, and I thought I saw him do the tongue. So I tried to cut the person in the back off with his sleeve so you can get a kill.
also the other thing you also have to keep in mind is that if you did not see the fact that he went adaptation, like, did you know he took adaptation when you were doing this in front of him?
I didn't know.
If he had isolation, slow silence, and you can't do anything with your ult. Luckily, I mean, like, you managed to get it off in time and get your 20 value off of that. But you definitely have to like respect like what these guys are able to do a lot more.
Yeah.
Because this team was like kind of stepping up. Awkward mosh here, because like, I mean, ETC booped everyone and then he just like managed to like walk into everyone in ults. Did he blink? Let's see. Okay, so ETC's here. Boops. Everyone's kind of like walking up towards ETC, not knowing he has blink. But then, okay, yeah, he goes with a blink here. Ideally, if you had a little faster reactions, because there is like a little like wind up time, Silver could have like stepped back a little bit and used Avalanche perhaps.
No, it was.
It was shielded.
No,
Ah.
Avalanche on the enemy team.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, another thing to also like take note of, I suppose, because Deathwing is the one that's unaffected by this, so Fear wouldn't work. Okay, he blinks right now. Okay, so Fear will not work, although it does go into Dahaka, and then right now, just use your E on everyone here because the windup will still hit the ETC once the D shield is down. Go for a Q, which is okay. Although Avalanche comes out a little bit late, and honestly, I think that might have helped them a little bit. Just in terms of like avoiding the Deathwing Q. And a little bit of an unfortunate case, honestly. It's not like you shouldn't Avalanche, because it was like a decent opportunity to, but it is a bit of anti-synergy.
Yeah.
But yeah, during this, I guess like if Silver can get a single Q into Boggs and then Robert flies up, then like infinite stall. Well, not infinite stall theoretically, but like you give Leoric more time to soak, and then that incentivizes the enemy team to be like, hey, our top and mid lane are getting pressured right now by minions. We should do something about that. But they get to cap that pretty easily. Oh yeah, W.
Yeah, the theme.
Yeah, the stun really isn't that. I don't know if it's that great because especially with no one to follow up on.
Yeah, I'm just using his abilities wrong. Is what's happening.
And there's still 5. Yeah.
Okay, going through this at supersonic speeds. Yeah, again, main goal is just to make sure that like this thing gets protected. But you have Mei, Deckard, Deathwing, like it's pretty easy protection. So like W the minion wave, it slows down, easy ample time for Deathwing to Q the wave from range, and then you can follow up with everyone else.
Okay.
He remembers. I
Yeah.
remember this.
I'm well. There's a lot to remember, but they're all good things. It all makes sense. I just gotta do it.
The only thing you need to remember is use W on a minion wave, on a choke, on anyone. Just use it. Even if you're not hitting anyone, like the fact that it's there and it deals damage and it denies something, just use it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
We can talk about bad W placement later on. Just use it.
Okay. Let's get to the bad W placement first. Let's
yeah.
give myself the opportunity to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm. Let's speed this up for time's sake. And then, yep, this play is honestly fine. Just New York take the camp and then everyone else just, like, do that. I think the other play you could have made here is that, like, depending that you guys see 3 people going around here, and then Tychus should be, like, the only one alone here, then optionally, Robert and Silver can zone the Tychus out. Robert puts a W, like, right here to prevent them from walking up for free, and Silver is just making himself known to the Tychus and being like, hey, I'll stun you or do something worse if you keep doing this game.
Okay.
At the very
Yeah,
least,
that's
like if you
fine.
use your W to scout the bush too, that's insanely helpful as well.
Yeah.
Here comes
then-
that.
Kingo goes
There's
for the
the
raw Entomb. Chad play, by the way. I respect it.
Thank you.
Ah.
And then Bear presses Z, and we all die.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
this
happened.
is yeah, this is what
Yeah,
I
I
do
come in
see.
to try and follow up with the Entomb with Sleep, and Bear goes in the air.
Yeah. Okay, so Panda's caught here. Leave him be. Y'all ain't gonna save him. Like, you might have Avalanche, but unless you hit, like, all of them, like, from this particular side, you're not gonna do anything.
Oh, solo mosh.
Like, you got, like, 3 people, sure, but Styx gets caught in it somehow. How? Like, did you try eating them? I assume?
No. I think I queued and tried to ult in an ult.
Oh. Well, yeah, just don't be mailing Cassia. Big brain time.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh yeah, and then if Robert managed to connect, then if he had the reactions of, well, I guess like a Black Diamond player, then you could just like use your meteors to stall Uther because you're like, okay, this is the situation. I don't have to land. I can just stall in midair because that's what's up right now.
Got it.
Just to be more annoying.
Yeah. And again, W. And a free Earth Shatter here too wouldn't be bad either, because you're just preventing all of these melees from hitting the tower when they're all stunned too.
Okay.
And then really nice Entomb as well.
You.
Haka. Cool. Okay, moving on. But yeah, luckily you guys aren't getting picked while they're like 5v4 and they're just like, oh wait, no, it's 4v4. And now it's 4v5. Okay. So ample time to just like step up into them and just play more aggressively now that you have Deckard back. Also tunnel. Like if you guys like stepped up more and just like pressured the mini wave and the tower and you saw them like hanging around it, then Deckard could have taken that and you would have shaved like 5-10 seconds off. And honestly, like even with it being this low, if you step into them and they start backing off, then like Deathwing Q's it, Cassie Q's it, it's gone without minion wave. Like it's so low to the point where you can just like hit it for free from range without even tanking it, and then it dies. Okay. Yep. And then now, God, this takes so long. Okay, we got a Q. Magic goes in for some reason. Entomb is an option. Use it on the Uther. Honestly, respectable because Zonia does have leap. Go for the W there. Fine, I guess.
And this big sleep. Oh, he didn't get the sleep.
I got hit by the ETC.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
boop.
Man.
Yep, the boop is a problem. Just be aware of when you're trying to get sleeps. Because that did kind of interrupt you like 2-3 times this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to get different angles on those.
Yeah. And then Silver is forced to use his W. And God, there's the Q. Alright.
Yeah, after like 10
then-
calls later.
Yeah, and then I don't know why you guys are backing off after the fact that Uther has no D shield. So if you go for any pick here, they should be dead. With a 5v4, all full health, they don't have a fort. They're also half health with an Uther healer. So let's see what happens here.
I will say, in my defense, I was running from the Uther ETC.
In your defense. That is honestly a fair thing to do. Kingo goes back in, thankfully.
Yeah,
And
shouldn't,
then
as soon as we
Silver
saw
just-
that shield by Uther, we should have like
Yeah.
called that
Like
out.
if you guys like went on them sooner and went for like any type of pick or play, then this would have been a lot easier without having to Haka complicating things. But they're still half health, so this is pretty winnable. As long as like optimally Robert stands in this spot right here, so Dahaka cannot just like walk around this and he would have to walk down here.
Yeah, interesting.
Although you did, so that's good.
Sort of.
Either way, that prevented him from just rushing onto you guys and doing that. He could have
Here-
avoided that, by the way, by just pressing W.
Here, I definitely thought I was trying to head up to stall.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I think I missed a Q, but I know I was going up to stall, And I don't know. Yeah, okay. I went down
You were
for a second.
indecisive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then during this time, Avalanche rolls out, and why was the Avalanche here? Let me check. Okay, this will be the last fight that we kind of review before everything else, because, like, again, we know what happened in the last 2 minutes. Aside from this. Okay, so you go for the stun on this guy. He's kind of like walking away, but you don't have an Entomb or anything else to catch him out, so you refocus on like down here. Silver, do you have abilities? You don't.
No.
So yeah, right now it's just a matter of like stalling and hitting their face repeatedly. And then
It should have
Silver
been.
taking a lot of damage. You did not need to ult for this.
I did not.
Like all you have to do is just like walk out, wait for the minigun to cool down. Although he did take stacking, you can still wait for it.
Yeah, blind walk.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you did not take the potion. You instead used trait. Bad move. Yep. And then Robert goes with the E finally, but there's no W, so ETC gets or Dahaka gets to walk up for free. Luckily, he did not tongue anybody. Sonya diving, it's on the Cassia. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Good sleep hits the ETC. Sonya is able
my
to be
ball?
cleansed, thankfully.
Is he self-cleansed, or I didn't see it. Alright, and then I'm just trying to chase
Yep.
her with ball lightning, but not too far, right?
Yep, and then ball lightning hits, perfect, and then you cap. And then it's still 5v4, so you guys can still play up. Honestly, it could have been a really nice cataclysm from Robert here.
Oh, and that's when I cataclysm. God damn it.
Alright, yeah, and we know what happened here. We went for boss, and we lost so hard.
Yep, because you have 2 camps here. Like, you have 30 seconds to do these camps and have them go bot. Even if it was to hawk a bot, he would still have to take the time to defend against 6, and I repeat, 6 camps when you only need 2 shots on the core.
Yeah.
And that's
Got
all we
it.
need to hear. Otherwise, everything else that happened on boss is just micro misplay, sure, but either way, made it a little bit harder than it needed to be.
Alright, cool.
And
Hey,
I am also a dumbass for exiting the call early. So, fault on everybody there.
You're good. Thanks,
Okay.
thanks for doing that. We have a game up. Just join it if you still see the lobby link.
Yep.
Let's see.